Hey guys, my name is John Debla and I am the founder of Diaspora Freedom Initiative, and this is the Freedom Philosophy. So how do we deal with that, right? How do we make sure that our heirs get the level of education that they need? What we try to do is we try to make it systemic, all right? The easiest way to perpetrate and perpetuate anything is systemically, right? That's why systemic racism is so insidious, right? But you can have positive systemic influences as well. So we start with the family constitution. The family constitution turns the raising of family and the traditions of family and all of that into a written record. It's like a cheat book, right? When, your kids have kids, they can actually refer back to a literal book. Same way, there's no manual for raising people. Well, there is if you write one, right? There's no manual for marriage. There is if you write one, right? So the family constitution becomes this manual for how the family handles everything. The most important aspect of the family constitution is how you handle conflict, because conflict is going to come up no matter what. Now, if you have a weak family with no constitution, when conflict happens, the entire family fragments. Whether that conflict is legitimate, right? Like we've seen, families where the son's wife sleeps with the father. That's a legitimate conflict, right? And whether that conflict is illegitimate, like we've seen, nobody thanked me for making the macaroni for Thanksgiving. Nobody cares about me in this family. It's pretty illegitimate, conflict, but it's conflict nonetheless. It's the type of conflict that pops up in families nonetheless. And having a conflict resolution policy, the same way corporations have conflict resolution policies, can assist the family in taking care of that conflict without bias, because there's always favorites and black sheeps in families. You don't want to allow the fact that there are favorites and black sheeps in the family dictate how conflict is resolved when those favorites are part of the conflict and when those black sheeps are part of the conflict. So that has been the most impactful part of all of the family constitutions that we've assisted people in drafting. Those clients have come back to us after major conflicts and even some minor conflicts and say the family constitution, the conflict resolution section saved our family. Now we're still making money as a family. We're still creating generational wealth as a family. We're still together. We didn't split down the middle and half the family thinks the dad was right and he had too many drinks and she took advantage of him, and the other half is, no, the dad should have known better and he should have never slept with his sons. Right? That's what happens when you don't have conflict resolution. The family splinters and some parts of the family take sides with this person, other part takes side with that person. They never talk to each other again for the next 20 years. By the time, the grandkids prop up and ask, why don't we talk to the other side of the family? Nobody even remembers what the problem is, right? You want to get past that, because your family is the strongest thing you're ever going to have in this world. It's going to be the strongest way you make money. It's going to be the strongest way you cultivate generational wealth. It's going to be the strongest way you do business. As a family, moving as a family is the only way to become unbeatable in this world. As an individual, it would never work, right? So you have to keep in mind that you're building a dynastic family when you're building generational wealth. You're building a family that's going to last forever, and it's going to build wealth forever, and has these rules in place that allows it to do that. And that is the hardest part of generational wealth. And so that is the largest part of the work that we do. Now, we are going to be having a family constitution workshop. It'll be a weekend long. And we will have that workshop around the end of this month. We always limit seats so that the people who are in the workshop can get the most out of the workshop, and it's not, asking questions for 2 hours because there's 30 people in there. So we always limit the amount of people who can attend the workshop to make sure that quality stays high. If you want to take that first step and you want to generate the family constitution and move towards perhaps a family trust and these other things, then keep your eye on our website as we unlock and open up the ability to book the Family Constitution Workshop at the end of this month in March 2026. All right. We'll see you guys there.